This game will make your eyes open 24 hours. PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. Coming as a surprise to absolutely nobody, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is the best PC game of 2018. No doubt you've heard of it. PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, or PUBG for short, is a battle royale-style multiplayer shooter in that you're plonked on an island and pitted against one another in a fight to the death. Last man, or last team, standing wins. It's simple, easy enough to pick up and play with friends, and offers nail-biting experiences no other game has brought to the table before. Overwatch. Okay, this was a pretty obvious one, too. In the same vein as Team Fortress 2 and just as addictive, Overwatch is one of the most compelling games of the year. You'll be spending most of your free time on it, playing one more game after another. With a unique roster of playable characters and classes, Overwatch is another example of Blizzard's wonderful work, and is one of the best multiplayer competitive shooters we've seen in recent years. Doom. Let's face it, Bethesda had a pretty difficult job reimagining the 1993 original, and it's managed to do a cracking job of harking back to one of the pioneers of the shooter genre. Sure, there's not much in the way of a plot in this year's Doom, but the combat mechanics are so finely tuned that it makes for one of the most exhilarating experiences this year. We can't say much for the multiplayer, it doesn't quite live up to the original, so it's best to stick to the lengthy single player, filled with classic baddies and high-paced shooter combat. Oh, and the soundtrack is awesome too. Subnautica. Now that it's finally crawled out of early access, Subnautica has made it onto our list of 2018's best PC games. This one has been on the radar for some time now. Subnautica is essentially an open-ended survival game which sees you crash landing on an alien ocean planet, with just a few basic materials to get you started. It's a massive open world, brimming with alien life and dangers around every corner, forcing you to scavenge and craft all sorts of devices and gadgets to help you stay alive as long as possible. Think Minecraft with lots of sea ghoulies and you'll get the right idea. Deus Ex: Mankind Divided. Deus Ex: Mankind Divided is one of, if not the best, third-person RPG shooters. The world is incredibly rich and detailed, with the game frequently fleshing out the backstory as you progress further through the campaign. The shooting mechanics aren't the best out there, but Deus Ex: Mankind Divided is pretty much the complete package and a must for fans of the franchise. Wolfenstein 2. Yes, another Bethesda game on this list. The originals take on an alternate reality filled with Nazi occupation. Wolfenstein 2 steps the dread up a notch. The Nazis have invaded the United States. Filled with the same frenetic gunplay as before, and plenty of gore to go with it. Wolfenstein 2 is a shooter that doesn't take itself too seriously and is an absolute blast. Dark Souls 3. Dark Souls 3 is fiendishly difficult. This isn't one for someone wanting to breeze through a game quickly. As with the other games before it, Hidetaka Miyazaki's Dark Souls 3 is a test of skill and, most of all, patience. Incredibly in-depth, you won't be able to put the controller down, but if you do, just make sure not to throw it across the room in a fit of rage.